Today is episode 23, I believe, and we are diving into our fourth part of the Exodus story. I have my mom here, as always.
Also known as Jantel.
Yep, and so I think the Omer is almost done. Counting the Omer's almost done.
Man, I don't know where we are.
Yeah.
We're on like the fifth week of the Omer.
That
makes sense. We're on the fifth week of the Omer.
We've always been pretty rough at counting that.
Listen, I'm better at counting the Shabbats than I am the independent days. I'm pretty sure we're on the fifth week of the Omer.
Alright.
That makes sense because it's like, for us, it's going to be on the 24th, and so that would mean next weekend Shabbat, and then the follow weekend Shabbat, and then the Omer, or then the Shavuot.
Okay, well, yeah. So we just got the supplies to make Shalom Gloco drop out. That's some news. And anything you want to say, or do you want to just get in?
You may want to share specificities on that. Like, so you got in all of your wax so that you can make candles because you run the Shalom Gloco candle company. And we're going to be set up at Hebrew Fest with a 100% organic natural beeswax candles made by RJ.
Yeah, I'm about to release a video on Instagram of me unboxing them, and then I'll do one of me making them.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, anything else?
No.
Alright, well, let's get in to chapter 5, please, if you will.
Sure.
Alright, full thing.
After that, Moses and Aaron came and said to Pharaoh, "Here is what Adonai, the God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so that they can celebrate a festival in the desert to honor me." But Pharaoh replied, "Who is Adonai that I should obey when he says, 'Let Israel go'? I don't know Adonai, and I also won't let Israel go." They said, excuse me, "The God of the Hebrews has met with us. Please let us go 3 days' journey into the desert so that we can sacrifice to Adonai our God. Otherwise he may strike us with a plague or with sword." The king of Egypt answered them, "Moses and Aaron, what do you mean by taking the people away from their work? Get back to your labor. Look," Pharaoh added, "the population of the land has grown, yet you are trying to have them stop working." That same day, Pharaoh ordered the slave masters and the people's foremen, "You are no longer to provide straw for the bricks the people are making, as you did before. Let them go and gather straw for themselves. But you will require them to produce the same quantity of bricks as before. Don't reduce it, because they are lazing around. This is why they're crying, 'Let us go and sacrifice to our God.' Give these people harder work to do. That will keep them too busy to pay attention to speeches full of lies." The people's slave masters went out, their foremen too, and said to the people, "Here is what Pharaoh says. I will no longer give you straw. You go yourselves and get straw wherever you can find it, but your output is not to be reduced." So the people were dispersed throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble for straw. The slave masters kept pressing them, "Keep working, make your daily quota," just as when straw was provided. The foremen of the people of Israel, whom Pharaoh's slave masters had appointed to be over them, were flogged and asked, "Why haven't you fulfilled your quota of bricks yesterday and today as you did formerly?" Then the foremen of the people of Israel came and complained to Pharaoh, "Why are you treating your servants this way? No straw is given to your servants, yet they keep telling us to make bricks, and now your servants are being flogged, but with false lies with your own people." "Lazy," he retorted. "You're just lazy. That's why you say, 'Let us go sacrifice to Adonai.' Get going now and get back to work. No straw will be given to you, and you will still deliver the full amount of bricks." When they say you are not to reduce your daily production quota of bricks, the foremen of the people of Israel could see that they were in deep trouble. As they were leaving Pharaoh, they encountered Moses and Aaron standing by the road, and they said to them, "May Adonai look at you and judge accordingly, because you have made us bitterly abhorrent in the view of Pharaoh and his servants, and you have put a sword in their hand to kill us." Moses returned to Adonai and said, "Adonai, why have you treated this people so terribly? What has been the value of sending me? For even since I came to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has dealt terribly with this people, and you haven't rescued your people at all."
All right, thank you,
That's
Mom.
5.
All right, that's 5. So I'm just thinking, it says the Israelites knew that they were in trouble, and I'm like, there was a genocide 50 years ago. You have been slaves for this long, and now you realize you're in trouble? I mean, that just sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don't you think? All right. So I don't think Pharaoh didn't deny God's existence. He just simply doesn't see his relevance. Because, like, as we have talked about in past episodes, like, the more gods, the more power you had. To have one god just seemed ridiculous.
Yeah.
So he just simply doesn't understand the relevance. Why would he worry so much bad about one god over slaves?
Yeah. No, I totally hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the classic type of. That's how people thought before. So.
More gods, more power.
Yeah, and.
To fathom one god with more power than all your gods is. It's almost sarcasm when he says, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
Adonai.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's facetious.
Yeah, and God's message is like just so straightforward. Like, let my people go. Like, nothing else, just let my people go. So, yeah, Moses, he wasn't necessarily yelling at God, but I mean, his outburst at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like, he doesn't understand how this completely works yet.
Right, cool. And like, if you've been in a relationship with Yah for long enough, you start to see cycles of how he works. And when you are dealing with an oppressive situation and you are asking for deliverance, a lot of time that nature, that oppression can feel even stronger, and you feel squeezed. Like there's like no more oil that can be squeezed from this olive. And it's almost the thing that forces you out of the situation, right? You're just like, I cannot possibly bear like just how bad this is before you finally decide like, no, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna be a part of this anymore. And before Yah truly brings deliverance.
Just imagine how Moses would have felt. Like, he would have had to sleep. All the Israelites hated him. His brothers wanted to kill him. Moses was Pharaoh hated him.
You know that like anxiety cycle that you can get in when you're really tired? People in general do. Like when they're very tired, they start spinning out at night. Could you imagine like Moses going to bed that night? Like, everybody hates me.
Yeah. And then here I am, like, going to bed with anxiety, like, oh no, did I say the wrong thing there?
I'm sure Moses was like, man, I messed up. Did I really see a burning bush, man?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have much.
What weeds was I foraging that day?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really have much for chapter 5, so you want to get into chapter 6, please?
Let's do chapter 6.
All right.
Man, I had a frog
Double
in my
chapter
throat that
day.
last chapter. Okay. Adonai said to Moses, now you will see that I am going to do to Pharaoh. With a mighty hand he will send them off. With force he will drive them from the land. God spoke to Moses. He said to him, I am Adonai. I appeared to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as El Shaddai, although I did not make myself known to them by name. Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh. Also with them I established my covenant to give them the land of Canaan, the land where they wandered about and lived as foreigners. Moreover, I have heard the groaning of the people of Israel, whom the Egyptians are keeping in slavery, and I have remembered my covenant. Therefore, say to the people of Israel, I am Adonai. I will free you from the forced labor of the Egyptians, rescue you from their oppression, and redeem you with an outstretched arm with great judgments. I will take you as my people, and I will be your God. Then you will know that I am Adonai your God, who freed you from the forced labor of the Egyptians. I will bring you into the land which I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I will give it to you as your inheritance. I am Adonai. Moses said this to the people of Israel, but they wouldn't listen to him because they were so discouraged and their slavery was so cruel. Adonai said to Moses, go in and tell Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to let the people of Israel leave his land. Moses said to Adonai, look, to the people of Israel haven't listened to me, so how will Pharaoh listen to me, poor speaker that I am? But Adonai spoke to Moses and Aaron and gave them orders concerning both the people of Israel and Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt. These were the heads of their families. Oh no! It's begats. You want me to read through the begats? Sons of Reuben. It's also the CJB. So the names are like very Hebraic.
So here's what I have. Can you try to rap it? Just try.
No, absolutely not. You're gonna have to do that.
Come on.
I'm actually gonna read it as it says. Normally I try to correct the names because it says like Moshe, so we'll say Moses. So I'm not going to be able to do that in the Begat. So I'm just
But
going to read through them as it reads. Okay.
Let's do it.
The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, were Hanak, Palu, Hetzron, and Kamri. These were the families of Reuven, which is Reuben.
Yeah.
The sons of Shimon, or Simon, were
we can skip the Begats.
Yamin, no, I'm doing it. Ohad, Yakin, Sakar, and Shaul, the sons of Kenani woman. These were the families of Shimon. These are the names of the sons of Levi with their descendants: Gershon, Kat, and Merari. Levi lived to be 137 years old. The sons of Gershon were Livni and Shimi with their families. The sons of Kahat were Amram, Yitzhar, Hebron, and Uziel. Kahat lived to be 133 years old. The sons of Merari were Machli and Mushi. These were the families of Levi with their descendants. Amram married Yocheved, his father's sister, and she bore him Acharon and Moshe. Amram lived to be 137 years old. The sons of Yitzhar were Korach, Nepheg, and Zichri. The sons of Uziel were Mishael, Elzaphan, and Sitri. Acharon married Elisheva, daughter of Amminadab and sister of Nachshon. She bore him Nadab, Avihu, Elazar, and Itamar. The sons of Korach were Asir, Elkanah, and Avi Asaph. These were Korchi families. Elazar, the son of Aharon, married one of the daughters of Putiel, and she bore him
Pinchas.
Phineas. That's Phineas.
Pinchas, it says Pinchas.
It'd be like Pinchas, which is like Phineas. These were the heads of the families of Levi, family by family. These are the Aharon and Moshe, to whom Adonai said, "Bring the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt division by division," and who told Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to let the people of Israel leave Egypt. These are the same Moshe and Aharon. On the day when Adonai spoke to Moshe in the land of Egypt, he said, "I am Adonai. Tell Pharaoh, king of Egypt, everything I say to you." Moshe answered Adonai, "Look, I'm such a poor speaker that Pharaoh won't listen to me."
All right.
There it is. Oh.
You did it.
I did it.
Wow, nice. Yeah. Anyways, I think I fell asleep for a second.
Thanks.
Well, no, you did really good.
Yeah, Begats are always challenging.
Yeah, I mean, why did they have to put it there? Like, really?
Oh, no, there's people who study it deeply, and that's how we know that Yeshua came from the line of David and fulfilled prophecy, and there's lots of, I don't study the Begats, but people who do study the Begats, like, have beautiful revelation.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically...
It's a recording. It's a historical recording and accounting.
Yeah. I mean, so basically this whole entire chapter is, like, God reassuring Moses, and Moses feels reassured, but the people are like, really?
Well, I think Moses is doubting, too, it seems like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone would. And, I mean, I feel like, because God keeps saying, like, his real name, and I think he really wants people to know his name, because it's like...
Yeah, I was surprised. It actually in scripture when I said Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, it like, because it's the CJB, it didn't just say YHVH. It said, it caught me off guard when I read through. I was like, Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh. Oh, I just said Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh instead of like Yahuwah or Yahweh.
Alright, yeah. And I mean, it's like, I think he wants people to know that, like, his real name, because God is like, Lord God is basically the same thing as like an office of like a president. Like,
right.
His
For
name
those
is
who don't
president.
know, Adonai is Lord.
Yeah. So it's like, if you say God, I mean, you're not referring to one God. There's several people, like, you know. So like, he wants you to know his real name. Yeah, that's why I think he makes his name so clear. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
He's introducing himself to the Israelites, you know, truly, because it only takes a generation to forget, like, the God of your ancestors.
Yeah.
And because they're 400 years in, we're talking several generations, you know, who is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at this point.
Yeah. But we know. We probably know better
they did,
than them.
because they had, whose, like, bones did they carry out of Egypt?
Joseph's.
Like,
if you watch The Promised Land, it's like, Moses gives him a list of things to do when he's gone on the mountains. Check on Joseph's bones. Oh no, did we leave them in Egypt and they have to go on a mission to go get Joseph's bones?
The Promised Land is like the dupe one, right?
Yeah, it's hilarious. So then it's like, I feel like I've learned that, like, Egypt becomes a representation of other things later in the Bible. I mean, service in a foreign place, out of Egypt, like out of exile. Egypt can also represent exile, and also can be like a place of comfort, but like slavery at the same time. You know what I mean?
So I think that's a little, because people say like come out of her, my people, you know, because they're saying like come out of Egypt, and so they kind of correlate Egypt to, or Babylon to, the world we live in today, as in the world we have to exist in, but we don't want to partake in or like be a part of, be like, you know.
Yeah. So now Moses is going back to old paths because he's in doubt. He's like, oh, my mouth's slow. I'm bad at talking. All of the old things. Yeah, because he personally thinks that it's his fault because he doesn't understand that it's God using him as a tool, and God has the power, I mean, to use anyone, for goodness.
That's right.
Because one of the teachers I listened says this story. There's like a young couple that went to church every once in a while, and they asked the pastor and some of his men to come talk to them. The pastor made like an awful hour-long speech, and he was saying that he was so embarrassed, and then he goes, would you like us to pray the blood of Jesus over you? And he's like, the guy's just like in the back, like, oh no, this is awful, it's so embarrassing, and they cried like, yes, because like, it doesn't matter how bad you are at speaking, if God's using you, then yeah, that's what he was saying. I thought that was pretty profound.
Oh, I don't understand, but I'll have to listen to the story.
What the point he was trying to make is, it's not your ability, it's God's ability that matters, that he's using through you.
Yeah.
In fact, the crazy thing is, I just thought God already said that Pharaoh would say no before.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He made it pretty clear. Oh, that's right. So he gave
clear.
Moses an outline of how it would go down.
Yeah, and Moses, like, it's going down the same way. And Moses was like, God, you have forsaken me.
He's like, no, wait, I told you this was the game plan, brother.
I thought of that myself just now. Wow. That is insane. What? I mean, you know, like, when God's saying the promise, switching topics, like, do you ever think they're like, yeah, we've heard about this promise for the past 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You reassuring us? Thanks. I mean, right. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's all I've got for chapter 6. Anything?
Nope, that was really fun.
Yeah, this is a really short episode. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, this was a great study. Thanks, RJ.
Yeah, thanks for coming. To more episodes, and goodbye.
Goodbye.